Yo, what's up everyone and welcome back to another YouTube video with your host Kenkukun, and today we got another Destiny 2 update video. This is the TWAB. It's been a minute since we've had a TWAB video because it's been a minute since we had a TWAB. Not only a TWAB, but a TWAB worth something talking about. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Real quick, we're going to give you the quick version because the long version was recorded with bad audio syncing. So 1/14/2021, here we go. We're going to have a rewards update for the Dreaming City and the Moon. They're going to try and, long story short, they're going to try and preserve the relevancy of older locations in Destiny 2 so you play them and you feel like you should be playing them and it feels like it's worth your time. Translation, they're not doing anything new. Moving on, all right? Tokens. They're going to get rid of vendor tokens for select vendors. Probably going to be obviously Crucible, as you see in the screenshot. I'm going to say Vanguard tokens and probably, I think, Gambit tokens or whatever else other tokens you can get. Now, didn't say anything about trials. So what's going to happen is instead of turning in tokens to rank up, you're going to automatically rank up. But instead of ranking up while you're in orbit, it's not going to give you rewards in orbit. No, you're going to go select rewards. You're going to select rewards for enhancement materials, shaders, emblem for the season, ascendant shards, reset it, and I assume cycle through this, not this, not this, and maybe this again. For some reason, I thought that was an exotic engram, and I'm like, oh, am I going to get an exotic engram every time? That would be really cool. Oh, here it is. Yeah, so ascendant shard, and then here's the exotic engram. So I don't know if this is, I don't know if it's going to change. Like, that's rank 17, that's rank 17. So anyway, they're gonna change the way it works. So get ready. You want to spend your, especially Crucible tokens. You're gonna want to look over this as well. You're gonna want to spend your Crucible tokens because they're no longer gonna be useful and they're gonna turn into junk after this season. And then they're gonna go into PvP. Now we're gonna dive into PvP and we're gonna read about this real quick. This is gonna be talking about the short-term goal to address stasis, right? So there's more. They want more than just stasis running around the Crucible, right? So Shatter Dive plus Whisper of Fissures are going to get changed. The Shatter Dive is going to have a fall off damage versus unfrozen targets. The max range damage reduced from 55. The damage reduction during ability reduced from 50% to 25. So this is where when you Shatter Dive and you Shatter Dive through ice, you have damage reduction, right? This is why it looks like hunters take no damage when shattering other players' ice. I certainly feel like I take no damage. And I don't think Titans get this when they slide. They take a massive, I feel like they take a massive amount of damage. So if Titans get 0%, hunters should be getting 0%. But Bungie likes to cater to hunters. Why? Somebody over there really loves hunter mains. I don't know. The max range damage reduced from 50 to 5, so it's going to be harder to kill you if you're at max range. If they Shatter Dive for no reason, if they're in the middle of a gunfight, you get behind them, they're like, oh, jump Shatter Dive. Well, tough luck, buddy, because now I'm going to punch you in the back. The Whisper of Fissures reduces the max min damage versus non-super players from 42 to 22 to 30 and 4. That's a big number at the minimum damage. I'm going to assume the minimum damage relative to the range you are from it, right? The maximum damage being 30. So still probably should be able to kill people. I think a well-placed glacial nade, if you freeze them and shatter that, should probably kill them personally. If you don't freeze them and they're trying to back away from there, yeah, that should be dropping from, drastically. They should probably survive that. Versus super players, it's going to go from the same numbers to 16 and 2. Look at how it was literally, oh my goodness, like a super versus non-super was the same numbers right away. That's dumb. Reduced detonation radius versus players from 10 meters to 9 meters. Only 1 meter. It's not a lot. We'll see how it plays out. Now, some people are saying, oh, maybe this update isn't good enough for PvP and blah, blah, blah. Or maybe it's not good enough for PvE. In my opinion, PvE just needs, I don't know, a lot. I have no idea. Stop reskinning enemies. Something new. better public events that chain into big world bosses, and you get really crazy cool exclusive low drop rate gear that will never sunset, or better yet, make it cosmetic ornaments. Boom. Now you don't have to worry about it sunsetting and people getting high rolled stats. Just straight up cosmetic craziness, right? I'd be in PvE. I'd be farming. People would be farming for that crap. All right, and then obviously better rewards. Um, and now they don't want to mess with the Titan stasis until they let all of this other stuff settle in and see what's up. So what could they do to the Titan stasis? Reduce the duration, reduce the how far. Now this is an and or. Reduce the duration it lasts, reduce how far you fly with your melee when you're in the ability, so on and so forth. And I assume this Whisper of Fissures is going to affect the Behemoth super as well. So they want to make sure, because the Behemoth super plays a lot, not only on its melee, but it's R2, where you're going to freeze some stuff and you're going to want to run or slide through ice and blow everything up. Probably going to want to expect Guardians to die, because that's part of your super. So before they really nerf a lot of Whisper of Fissures, they're going to take a look at that right there. They didn't touch at all the Glacial Grenade, which I don't think they should have. In fact, I'm not even sure Whisper of Fissures should have been touched yet, other than like this right here. I just killed a Striker Titan earlier, like not too long ago. That probably should have, been changed. Now if I would have caught that Titan and froze him in his super, and I break all that ice before he gets out, I think I earned that kill, because I have to catch him with that ice. It is not as easy as it seems to freeze an enemy with that ice, because most of the kills that come from that ice is from shattering it, right? Not from actually catching people. I've caught Dawn Blades with it. I've caught Striker Titans. I've caught Arc Strider. I've caught supers that are slacking and lacking in their awareness and how they push, and they get punished for it. I'm able to punish their movement, right? So if I freeze you, I better expect you to die if I break all that before your super says, oh, you've been frozen 1.35 seconds, time to break you out. All right, roaming supers specifically. And then the midterm goal, they want to address stasis abilities to help them lower the ceiling, but they also want to pull up underperforming light subclasses. They don't want, what they're saying is they don't want stasis to be, the pinnacle of power, and they don't want to lower it to everything else, because they are going to revamp the skill trees for the older subclasses. I would like to see new things added, not just shifted around. Please, new things, add new things. You've had 7 years, 8 years to do this. Just add new things. Come on. All right, we're finally getting a new subclass, and it's been 8 years into the game now. I would say in Destiny 2, we probably should have had a new subclass at that point. All right, just add new stuff. And then the midterm goal for the ability to gunplay balance. So this is Destiny in-game, both explosive space magic. Destiny is a game of both explosive space magic and intrinsically satisfying gunplay, especially in our 3v3 playlist. The usage of abilities has climbed as we introduce more and more ways to charge them quickly. Now, yes, it is true, you can charge your abilities very quickly. This was before stasis, but not only does stasis get mods that you can use to charge your abilities rapidly, stasis gets fragments that you can use to charge your abilities on top of mods that charge your abilities even faster. And there are a lot of people that bellyache, oh, ability spam, you never challenge me without your grenade, blah, 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 blah. Right? So before I go into that, especially in the 3v3 playlist, before I go into that, and we're still in very early discussion, but we're looking into restoring a better balance where proper gunplay is rewarding in these playlists. Again, if they had better maps that respect guns and range. We don't have a lot of maps in PvP where if you're running a close range weapon, you're punished because the map isn't built for that. We have some maps that are built for a little bit of medium range to long range, medium range to close range. Rested Lands, Widow's Court. I've covered those prior to this video on a long video. I actually break down what PvP needs the most, and I think it's better map design. Bungie hasn't made a map for PvP in 2 years, and the last one they made, it wasn't for anything but control. Now, it was introduced when Elimination came out. Now, if that was their idea of an elimination map, they missed the mark wasn't even on the same planet as them. That's how bad they missed the mark. It wasn't on the same planet, right? The mark was on a different planet. Wasn't even on the moon. Just gone. It's just gone. So, if that was their idea of an elimination style map, they've dropped a long way from when they designed the maps for control. Sorry, for Countdown. I keep stupid control. For Countdown in Destiny 2, they've missed that mark, and they have dropped dramatically. So again, if the map doesn't allow people to rush in and spam Glacial Nade Shatter Dive, whether it was powerful or not, if the map doesn't allow you to do that at every single point of engagement, then you wouldn't see it as much. No, they would have to get you with a gun, right? We do not see that often on these maps. So when people say, oh, no, not the maps, Ken, I disagree. Okay, but why? Why do you disagree? Well, if they just balance abilities and guns, it would be fine. Yeah, in this current state of the game, and right now the current state of the game when it comes to maps is abysmal. Right? What have we been doing? We've just been pulling old maps from D1 into D2, and guess what? They still have the same problems. They don't change those maps other than in very small ways. So, Asylum does not need to come back to Destiny 2 from Destiny 1. Sorry, it's a garbage map. And if Asylum came out with Stasis, oh guys, we're gonna come out with Asylum, you would see the same problem because it's the same map. It's a small map where Titans are going to be sliding, Fusions are always going to be in range, and Shatter Dive Hunters are going to be from the top ropes, diving from the top of the elevator into the mid lane courtyard, just smashing people because they can, right? Because the map doesn't respect guns. That's why we don't have gun balance in the game. You don't see a lot of scout rifles. You don't see a lot of pulse rifles, right? You see a lot of hand cannons. You see Crimson, right? You see still some good amount of auto rifles, and you do see some pulse rifles. So, again, Bungie just doesn't know how to balance and make good maps, or they just don't care to. So, anyway, we're going to go ahead and cut this video here. Yep. Appreciate your time. Thank you so much. Hit that subscribe. Let me know in the comment section below. What do you think about the update? I feel like it's just enough right now. Maybe... Do I disagree with anything? I mean, other than, again, if the Titan doesn't get a damage reduction, the Hunter should not get a damage reduction. The Warlock doesn't get it. They also can't break ice. They have to shoot it. They have to use their melee. Like, they have to really put in work to break that ice. And their super was toned down so hard. Like, it's powerful if it catches you. It's trash if it doesn't. So, I 100% disagree with that. Anyway, enjoy your night, evening, morning, whatever it may be, and we'll catch you all next time.